Camelot331 here, and today we're going to talk about the classes available in WoW Classic. What's good about them? What's bad about them? What should you play? What am I going to play? I don't know, but we're going to get into it and talk about basically the pros and cons of all these classes in WoW Classic. Now, I've rolled every class you can roll in WoW Classic because World of Warcraft came out when I was 14 years old. So when you're 14, you pretty much have a lot of free time. So I put it into World of Warcraft and Halo 2. That's all my life was World of Warcraft. So I played every character combination you could possibly imagine and every spec. So let's talk about it. Your first option is going to be a warrior class, which pretty much means you're going to be playing a protection warrior. All tiers are set for protection. You are the best and only real tank in the game. Every single person wants you. Everybody. Picture this. You're in a club in the Venetian Hotel in Las Vegas, and there's a bachelorette party, and you're the only male there. That's a prot tank. With proper gear, a Fury Warrior is also top in DPS. So you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, man. Unfortunately, a warrior is extremely gear dependent. Extremely gear dependent. As a result of this, leveling is going to be terrible. It's going to be absolutely terrible. You pretty much outgrow your weapon instantaneously. And they don't really give you another one, you know? So you're using this required leveled 14 mace, and you're level 38, and you're like, why won't somebody just hand me another weapon? Why is this NPC not handing me a weapon right now? That kind of sucks. Also, in PvP, you're nothing. You are going to die in PvP if you're a warrior, unless you have a priest with you. If you have a priest with you, you are the best. So basically what I'm saying is, get a friend that you can bully and make them be a holy priest. Then you will never die in PvP and you can just kill everybody. Kill all the lobies, man, as they walk out. It's great. That's the best part. Next, we have a Paladin. A Paladin. All your tier sets are focused on holy. One awesome thing is, you get a free mount at level 40. It requires a quest. That sucks real bad, but you get a mount. You ain't got to shell out a gajillion gold for it like everybody else has to. You could be like, man, I'm just going to ride up on my mount real quick, and then your friend's literally been grinding gold for like a week. That's it. You can make fun of him. You can stomp on his face, dance around him, clop, clop, clop all around him, because you got that free mount. And your epic mount will be a little cheaper later on. So, and the Paladin mount is completely unique looking for the Paladin. So no one else has it. No one else is going to be running up on you unless they're a Paladin with that mount. Unfortunately, the healing is worse than a priest, and it's really the only viable spec. Retribution does a lot of damage, but because it doesn't have any aggro management, you can't do as much DPS as everyone else. You're going to be standing still a lot. A tank can be utilized on rare occasions if you have a masochist raid, no taunt, no proper gear, and when you run out of mana, you can't generate aggro. So pretty much a prot warrior is going to have that spot. It ain't going to be you, man. You're going to be like the last kid picked in kickball. And that's only because Jerry, with the ripped calves, is out sick that day. In a raid, you will be a buff machine. And your buffs only last about 5 minutes. So good luck keeping up with 40 people. Good luck. Next, we have a hunter. All tier sets are pretty much balanced between beast mastery and marksmanship. You have great ranged DPS, which is great because you don't want to be hit in the face with a club. Having a pet allows for really easy solo play, and it makes you a farming god, man. You have great utility in a raid. You are always needed. Always. You have a really awesome quest line that has some sweet weapons, man. Some sweet weapons at the end of it. And feign death allows you to keep your repair costs really low. You could just feign death. Then everything de-aggros. You're fine. You're fine. All your friends are dead. And the one rogue in the group, he just vanished. So, at least there's that. Now some bad stuff. You need an arrow for every shot. So one of your bags is just going to be stacks of arrows, man. Stacks. Your pet does not get experience from quests. Only mobs. So you're going to be grinding mobs all day. And there's quite a dead zone. You can only shoot a target if they're like 8 yards away from you. So do you like to play with pets? Go Beast Mastery. Do you want to play without any pets or companions at all? Go Marksmanship. Playing with a pet if your marksmanship is just generally for leveling, obviously. Now we have Shaman. With the Shaman, all your tier sets are going to be focused on restoration. Your totems are absolutely adored in a raid. You're always viable. You're going to be in every raid, which means you have great utility, which is a great thing. With Wind Fury, you have that one-shot potential, man. You can be one-shotting them. When you get Ghost Wolf form, it makes traveling so much easier with that amount. Because keep in mind, this is classic. No one's going to be running around on mounts. Not for a little while. Unfortunately, with a Shaman, being a healer is really the only viable thing. Enhance is okay, but it's only really viable with a certain build, so you're only looking at 1 or 2 spots in a raid, so almost impossible to get in a raid if there's any competition. And with Classic, Elemental's not viable at all, so you're going to be healing, man. Restoration all day. Next, we have Rogue, the bane of my existence. Rogue. All your tier sets are pretty much balanced, but it's not really impactful. Because you're a rogue, you are by far the best world PvP. You have almost no gear scaling and dependency. You can pretty much kill stuff naked. I mean, epics make you stronger, obviously, but you could be naked if you want and just destroy everything. It's fine. You're a rogue. You're gonna have amazing DPS. And having the stealth ability allows you to just pick and choose what you want to attack. So if you see 95 bears and you want to kill the one wolf behind the bears, you can just vanish, man, and go over there and kill the freaking wolf. It sucks. I have to charge them all as a warrior. It's not fair, man. Now, lockpicking sucks as a rogue. It's an entirely separate profession that is terrible to level. And everybody is going to be like, hey, can you unlock my stuff? You're a rogue, so you're going to be getting slash whispered all the time. Hey, man, can you unlock this chest I got? And you're going to be like, no. Not unless you give me like 100 gold right now. So prepare for that if you're sitting in Stormwind or Orgrimmar or something. You're going to get slash whispered every 2 seconds. One thing that's a drag is all the found poisons are completely annoying. You gotta get like 200 stacks, man. Then you gotta constantly reapply. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool, but I didn't really main a rogue that often. So I'll let everybody else judge that in the comments. Flame me, please. I know everybody loves a rogue, man. I just have a soft spot for warriors and hunters. Rogues was just always beating my ass, man. They always beat the hell out of me. It gave me PTSD. Keep in mind, half of your server is going to be comprised of rogues. Half. Unfortunately, that means there's going to be a lot of competition. Next, we have a Druid. All your tier sets focused on restoration. One amazing thing about a Druid, the best thing ever, is the battle res, man. You're basically a god because you can just bring people back to life. It takes you instantaneously, kind of, couple seconds. You get a travel form as a Druid, which is fantastic. So you ain't got to worry about getting all the gold. You can just run. It's fine. But when it comes to raiding, your heals will not stack with other Druids. So that means only 1 or 2 spots in a raid, man. That's it. As a balanced Druid, you get invited to a raid just to buff mages. That's your whole you're a buff machine. You're the buff machine. The buff machine. As a feral Druid, the tank is not viable. You're made of paper. You're just paper. As long as protection warriors exist, you ain't getting that spot. Now, I was always a tank myself, and I was always into hitting some of that DPS too. But if you want some DPS, man, you need to roll a mage. All your tier sets are balanced, so that's pretty sweet. It's a good bonus. You have the best magic DPS. The best, by far. You also get portals and teleports. You ever noticed that everybody's like, hey man, where's a mage at? Everybody's slash general, please, where's the mage? I need to teleport, please. Mages can teleport. That's awesome. And it doesn't destroy the immersion because it's an ability that only one class has. Not everybody can just queue up and just disappear everywhere. You always have your own food or water as a mage. You have great farming potential. You are great in PvP. You have great utility. Oh my gosh, it's so great being a mage right now. Your item sets are viable for all 3 specs, man. All 3. One thing that kind of sucks is before a raid, you're going to be making stacks and stacks of food and water, which isn't really a big deal. I mean, everybody's kind of making stuff, but that's a heavy thing with a mage. And a mage is a 1-button class. The whole rotation is literally one spell. So, I mean, you're just like spamming, you know? So, you're doing a lot of DPS though. So just keep pressing the button. That brings us to a Warlock. Demons make solo play really easy. And they don't have the drawbacks of your crazy pet that is just running around when you're a hunter and just aggroing and stuff. You can summon a portal. Fantastic. Good utility. You'll be useful. People will want you. It's great. And just like a paladin, you get a free mount at level 40. I'm so tired of paying for my mounts, please. Can't complain though, because I just want to play classic so bad. One thing that sucks about a warlock is you will never do more damage than a mage. In classic. No. Bar none. Never. It's over. You cannot use your dots or curses in raids. They take debuff spots, man. So it's just curse of elements to boost magic damage. That's it. Before the raid, please go farm 50 soul shards, each requiring 1 slot in your bag, and you gotta kill a green level enemy and soul suck it, and they'll disappear if you log off for more than 15 minutes. That's terrible. And finally we get to Priest. All your tier sets focused directly on Holy. One thing about a Holy Priest is you are, by far, the best healer in the game. If you like to heal people, you are a Holy Priest. If you're basically Dr. House would have been a Holy Priest. Maybe. That's pretty much the best thing about a priest, is their healing ability. That's awesome. Everything else, not so much. 95% of priest will be holy, because you want to do instances, you want to raid, which makes solo play, like questing and stuff, just terrible. Shadow deals almost no damage and it creates so much threat. A disciplined priest is basically a filler slot for buffs, and that is only if your raid is feeling generous. And it's not quite as useless as a druid, but not really that great either. So that's all the classes available in WoW Classic when it launches. What are you gonna play? Go down in the comments right now. What are you gonna roll? What are you looking forward to in WoW Classic? You know what I'm gonna roll. If you follow me at all, you know it's gonna be a warrior all day. I'm gonna be an undead warrior with my bones hanging out, my jaw broken half, and we're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna start a guild called Cody Stop, and you all are gonna be in it. It's gonna be intense. I can't wait. So before all that goes down, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, because I'm gonna be streaming a lot of WoW on Twitch. Make sure you follow me on everything so we can all hook up and play together. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna be streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you jump on it. Thanks so much to my patrons, Joe, Derek, and the girl next door. Thanks so much. Always in my streams. I love you guys. That's all I have today. Until next time, get on it, doggone it. I'll see y'all in Classic. Bye.